What are you going to do? After 8 seasons and 73 episodes, Game of Thrones is coming to its climactic end. So the big question is, now what do you watch? I have an idea. Don't touch that back button and stop looking at those related videos. I know what you're thinking, but give me 3 minutes to explain. Ready? Here we go. What was it you liked best about Game of Thrones? Was it the intense battles? Check out the story of Sisera, an enemy general whose superior army fell to the militia of Barak and Deborah. Not violent enough for you? Sisera is betrayed and gets a tent spike pounded through his skull while he sleeps. Is it the sex? Let me introduce you to the Song of Songs, whose erotic poetry might as well have been the source material for 50 Shades. Maybe you're invested in the rich characters and their motivations, whether it was Tyrion or Jon Snow, Daenerys or Grey Worm, or maybe you like the bad guys, Joffrey or Cersei. Maybe you need to meet some new characters. This book has some of the most enduring characters in all of history. After all, we're still telling their stories thousands of years later. But maybe that's where you've got an issue with this book. Have you heard sanitized versions of these stories before that treats them like fairy tales instead of the gritty experience of a people seeking a deeper purpose? Or maybe they were presented to you as strict tales of morality, enforcing harsh lists of rules. If that was you, please accept my deepest apology. I'm sorry that you were deprived of a message of love and instead fed tales of fear and punishment. This book isn't about fear. It's not about rules or punishment. It's about relationship. We love the relationships in Game of Thrones, whether it was between characters at each other's throats, or whether it's the chemistry we've seen between a lot of characters. This book is about a relationship between people, how they relate to one another, how they relate with themselves, and how they relate with a higher power, a higher purpose. Have you wondered how your life fits in the grand story? Have you wondered what your purpose is? Why are you here? This is a book about your place in the universe. And if you have never heard that story, I encourage you to dive in again. That's why this should be on the top of your list, now that Game of Thrones is done.